Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. Please watch the complete video. Only ultra rare coins, information, value, worth and history updates. Today, we're talking about the United States of America 1-cent coin from the year 2000. Yep, that tiny penny we've all held at some point could actually be worth thousands if you're lucky enough to have the right one. So, why is this coin so special? What makes some pennies from 2000 valuable while others aren't? And how can you check if yours is worth more than you ever thought possible? Let's jump into the world of coin collecting and see what makes this little coin such a big deal. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 2001 cent coin, or penny, is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that ran from 1959 to 2008. On the front side of this coin, we have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that's been on the penny since 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial. This design was created by Frank Gasparo, and it's especially interesting because if you look closely, you can even spot the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. It's a small detail, but it's a favorite among collectors. In 2000, the United States Mint produced billions of these pennies, so there's no shortage of them out there. But here's where things get interesting. Not all pennies are created equal, and some have unique features or rare errors that make them incredibly valuable. Alright, let's get into what makes certain 2000 pennies worth so much. There are two primary factors: errors and condition. First up, let's talk about errors. Coin errors happen during the minting process, and sometimes these mistakes make the coins more desirable to collectors. Here are a couple of error types that can significantly increase the value of a 2000 penny. Double die errors. This is a popular error among collectors. If a penny has a double die error, it means the design appears to be slightly doubled, especially noticeable on letters or numbers. You might see doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, or even on the date 2000. Finding one with a visible double die error can mean a huge boost in value. Off-center strike. Sometimes, pennies get struck off-center during the minting process. The result is a coin with part of the design missing from one side. If the off-center strike is significant, say 10% or more, this can be a highly sought-after feature, especially if the date is still visible. Die crack errors. Another type of error is a die crack, where a small crack in the minting die leaves a raised line on the coin. Depending on where the crack is and how pronounced it is, this type of error can also increase the penny's value. Wide AM variety. This one's a favorite among collectors. On some pennies, there's a noticeable gap between the letters A and M in America on the reverse side. These are called wide AM pennies, and they're more valuable than the standard close AM versions. Now, if you think your penny might have one of these rare errors, it's worth taking a closer look. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and check for any of these unique features. If you spot one, you could be looking at a valuable piece. Even if your 2000 penny doesn't have any errors, it could still be valuable if it's in excellent condition. Coin collectors and dealers grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Most circulated pennies have some wear and tear, but if your coin has minimal wear and still looks shiny, it could receive a high grade, which adds to its value. Coins graded as mint state or MS are usually the ones that catch collectors' eyes. An MS 65 or higher, for example, is a very desirable grade, and the closer you get to MS 70, the more valuable your coin could be. So, if you've been holding onto a 2000 penny that looks almost brand new, it might be worth having it professionally graded. Now, let's talk about the value and the price tag on some of these 2000 pennies. The prices for these pennies can vary widely depending on factors like rarity, error type, and condition. Most regular 2000 pennies are only worth their face value, but those with unique errors or in high grades have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. For example, high-grade 2000 pennies with a double die error or a wide AM can sell for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. A coin in top condition, with minimal scratches and strong luster, could fetch several $100s, sometimes even more if it's got that special error that collectors love. If you think you've got a valuable 2000 penny, here's what you can do: check for errors. Look for the double die, off-center strikes, die cracks, and the wide AM. These are the rare features that can turn a penny into a collector's treasure. Consider grading. If your coin appears to be in excellent condition, you might want to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can confirm the coin's quality and help you get the best price. Auction or sell to collectors. Once you know what you have, you can either sell it through an auction house or directly to a coin dealer. Sometimes, online marketplaces like eBay can also be a good place to find interested buyers. Now for the moment you've been waiting for: what's the highest price ever paid for a 2000 penny? In some cases, rare 1-cent coins from this era have fetched incredible prices. And yes, a rare 2000 penny with the right features could potentially be worth up to $400,000. That's right. A single penny could be worth as much as $400,000 if it's got the right combination of error, rarity, and perfect condition. So, there you have it. The 2001-cent penny may be small, but it's got big potential, especially if it has those unique features collectors are after. Be sure to check your pennies carefully. You never know if you're holding a hidden fortune right in your hand. Today, we're diving into a tiny piece of American history that's hiding a big secret. The United States 1-cent coin from 2001 might look like just another penny, but what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin has a story that could make you look twice? Could this humble cent actually be worth more than you ever imagined? Stay tuned as we reveal the mystery, value, and some jaw-dropping facts about this 2001 1-cent coin. Before we talk about value, let's explore the history of this coin. The U.S. 1-cent coin, better known as the penny, has featured Abraham Lincoln's portrait since 1909, in honor of his 100th birthday. This design choice made Lincoln the first American president to appear on U.S. currency. Over the decades, the penny has been an icon in American coinage. The 2001 penny showcases the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. This design by Frank Gasparo, which first appeared in 1959, replaced the classic wheat stalks design. And while the Lincoln Memorial pennies were minted for decades, certain years and conditions have made some coins truly special. Let's zoom in on the specifics of the 2001 U.S. penny. This coin is made primarily of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. It weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Look closely, and you'll see the tiny initials VDB beneath Lincoln's shoulder, which honor the original designer, Victor David Brenner. While millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, they can differ greatly in value. Why? Well, that's where the fascinating world of coin grading comes in. The world of numismatics, or coin collecting. Condition is everything. Most 2001 pennies are worth their face value. But when a coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket. A penny with no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp, well-defined details is what collectors dream of. Collectors and grading services use a scale to evaluate coins. Coins in MS or mint state condition are the top tier, especially those in grades like MS 65 or MS 66. These coins are practically flawless, untouched by circulation. Coins that are certified by grading companies, like PCGS or NGC, and kept in perfect condition can command higher prices at auctions. So, what makes a 2001 penny stand out? It's often the rare errors or varieties. Some 2001 pennies contain striking errors, like double dies, where certain parts of the coin appear doubled. These unique features were unintentional but have made certain pennies extremely desirable among collectors. Error coins can be rare, but their uniqueness gives them incredible value. The 2001 penny is no exception, with rare minting errors potentially increasing its worth significantly. You might be wondering, how can I tell if my 2001 penny is worth more than a cent? Here's how you can hunt for treasure in your own change jar. First, look for any unusual features, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual die cracks. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the details. Don't forget to check the mint mark under the date. D means it was minted in Denver, while no mint mark means Philadelphia. Now, here's where things get exciting. High-grade, pristine condition 2001 pennies have sold at auctions for impressive amounts, but that's just the beginning. Coins that showcase rare errors or are certified in top condition can enter the auction spotlight, and collectors may bid generously for them. In fact, some of the most valuable pennies ever sold at auction were snapped up because of their unique flaws and the quality of preservation. These factors combined can lead to jaw-dropping prices, especially if there's something truly exceptional about the coin. So, what's the maximum potential for this little 1-cent piece? Are you ready for this? Under the right circumstances, a perfect, high-grade 2001 penny with unique errors could fetch a remarkable price of $300,000. So there you have it. That 1-cent coin from 2001 sitting in your pocket could be worth a fortune. It may take some effort and a little bit of luck, but who knows? Maybe you'll find a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins you can find in your pocket: change, the 2004 United States of America 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent. Now, you might think a penny is just, well, a penny. But some of these humble coins could actually be worth way more than just 1 cent. In fact, one particular version of this 2004 penny could make you up to $200,000. First, let's talk a little about the design of this coin. The Lincoln cent has been an American classic since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design has gone through a few changes over the years, but on the 2004 coin, you'll see the same classic Lincoln portrait on the front, or obverse side, created by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, are even on the bottom right next to Lincoln's shoulder, a detail that adds an extra layer of history to this coin. Now, flip the coin over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the back, or the reverse side. This reverse design had been used on the penny since 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's lasting impact on America. If you look closely, you can even see Lincoln's statue in the middle of the memorial. This level of detail is part of what makes U.S. coins so collectible. So, what makes the 2004 Lincoln cent so special? And why could some of these coins be worth a fortune? Well, like with many valuable coins, it all comes down to two main factors: rarity and condition. Not every 2004 penny is rare, but certain versions, or error coins, have unique features that make them highly sought after by collectors. First, let's talk about errors. Coin errors happen during the minting process, and each one can make a coin unique. These can range from double die strikes, where the design is accidentally stamped twice, to off-center strikes or even missing details. For example, one well-known error on Lincoln cents is the double die error, where certain letters or numbers appear doubled. Finding one of these rare 2004 error pennies can dramatically increase the coin's value. Next, let's talk about condition. Like any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine the coin's condition, ranging from poor all the way to mint state. A high-grade, uncirculated 2004 penny, especially if it's an error coin, can be worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. If you believe you have a valuable 2004 penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC specialize in grading coins and placing them in protective cases, or slabs, which confirms their authenticity and value. A high-grade 2004 penny, particularly with a rare error, could fetch a high price at an auction or from a private collector. So, what kind of prices are we talking about here? Well, standard 2004 pennies in average condition are usually worth only their face value, 1 cent. However, if you have a 2004 penny with a well-known error, such as a double die or off-center strike, the value can jump significantly. High-grade error coins from 2004 have been known to sell for hundreds, and in some cases, thousands of dollars, but here's the real kicker. There are some ultra-rare 2004 pennies out there that are worth much more. There are reports of unique, high-quality specimens fetching extraordinary prices. And when I say extraordinary, I mean extraordinary. One of these rare 2004 pennies was once valued at an astonishing $200,000. Today, we're diving into a truly iconic coin that's a staple in almost every American's pocket change, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 2006. But before you dismiss this small copper piece as just another penny, think again. Some of these coins, especially those with unique qualities, can be worth quite a bit. In fact, there are collectors willing to pay big bucks for certain versions. So, what makes a 2006 penny valuable? Stick around, and you might just find yourself combing through your own collection to see if you've got a hidden treasure. The 2006 1-cent coin is a part of the long and storied Lincoln cent series, which began back in 1909, when President Abraham Lincoln became the first historical figure to be featured on a circulating American coin. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has seen a few changes, but the iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse has remained a constant, symbolizing the country's respect for one of its greatest presidents. On the reverse, we find the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which had been a part of the penny since 1959. This design was retired in 2008, making the 2006 penny one of the last of its kind. So, it already holds a bit of nostalgic value for coin enthusiasts and collectors alike. The 2006 penny, like most Lincoln cents minted from 1982 onward, is composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. This is a change from earlier pennies that were made from solid copper. The reason for the switch was simple: copper became too expensive, and it was cheaper for the U.S. Mint to switch to a zinc core with a copper coating. The weight of the coin is about 2.5 grams, and it has a diameter of 19 millimeters. In 2006, these pennies were minted at two major locations, Philadelphia and Denver. You can identify where your coin was minted by looking at the small mint mark under the year. A D mark means it was minted in Denver, and if there's no mint mark, then it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, you may be asking, what makes some 2006 pennies more valuable than others? The answer lies in a few key factors: rarity, condition, and errors. First, let's talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and those that are uncirculated or have been kept in pristine condition can fetch much higher prices. If you happen to have a 2006 penny that looks almost brand new, with no scratches, stains, or signs of wear, you may have a coin worth more than a cent. Next is rarity. While billions of 2006 pennies were minted, making the coin itself not particularly rare, certain versions or coins from limited runs can be more scarce and therefore more valuable. But the real jackpot lies in error coins. These are coins that were struck with mistakes, making them highly sought after by collectors. Let's go over some of the most common types of errors to look for in your 2006 penny collection. Double die errors. This error happens when a coin is struck more than once in a slightly misaligned way, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. In the case of a 2006 penny, you might notice doubling on Lincoln's face, his beard, or even the letters of Liberty or the date. Off-center strike. This occurs when the coin wasn't properly aligned in the die, resulting in an off-center design. Some of these off-center strikes can be quite extreme, with up to 50% of the design missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can be. Die cracks and cuds. These are small cracks or extra blobs of metal on the coin, usually caused by a damaged die. Sometimes, these cracks can form interesting shapes or patterns, which collectors find appealing. Filled die error. Occasionally, a bit of grease or debris can fill part of the die, causing certain elements of the design to appear faint or even missing. For instance, a 2006 penny with a missing letter or number due to a filled die can be a great find. There are confirmed cases of 2006 pennies with these types of errors selling for impressive sums at auction. For example, a high-grade double die penny or a perfectly off-center strike could go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and the uniqueness of the error. So, if you have a 2006 penny with any of these traits, you might want to hold on to it, or consider selling it. Now for the big reveal. Although the average 2006 penny might not fetch much beyond its face value, there have been cases where unique error coins have sold for eye-popping amounts. If you're lucky enough to find a rare, high-quality error coin, you could be looking at a payout of $100,000, so, what are you waiting for? Grab a magnifying glass, go through your coin collection, and see if you might be holding onto a rare 2006 penny worth way more than a cent. It's always amazing how something so small and often overlooked can end up being a true treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their values, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy collecting, and who knows, the next valuable penny might just be in your pocket. See you in the next video.